What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Redline Garage Fab. In this episode, it's everything to get this cab prepped and off the paint. Follow along for the progress. So off camera, I had my dad come over. We removed all the front rear glass, and I was actually happy to say that there is no rot in these channels. I filled in all the holes of the screws here, because this originally was a seal for the hood, but no hood, not needed. I got the whole set. Garage is definitely a pigsty, but I got the hole made for the drive shaft, and I'm just body working that in. And then the last stretch is I want to make a removable plate. Let me get you centered here. So the bolts are very, very tight to the firewall for the transmission. So I want to do is make like a removable panel right here. So this way, in case of servicing the trans, these bolts are very easily accessible, and then the trans can get dropped straight out. So I have a paper template that I traced out. You can see it right there. So I'm going to get this going, and then the next step will be to get it on there, rivet nut it on. Then I can start building that panel there. And then I just got to knock out a couple pieces over there, and we're getting pretty good as far as progress wise. So I got the panel clecoed in. Now, for some of you guys that don't know exactly what a cleco is, think of it as a temporary rivet or a holder. So if I can get this in, so if you can see from right here, when you squeeze it, it gets really narrow. So what that'll do is that'll go into the hole, but then when you expand it or let go of it, it gets really fat. So this way it pinches in and holds it. So this way you can then hold the part or whatever you need in place until you want to remove it. So in my case, every single one of these clecos will be a bolt. So this way it held it in place at the same time while I was getting the rest in, instead of doing one at a time, remove, put back on. So now what I can keep doing, since it's holding it in place, is I'm going to start building this out. I think I want to build it out to right about here-ish maybe. This way, and then I'll probably jet it back that way. This way I have a big area that I can actually service this bolt, this bolt. There's a bolt here. There's a bolt down there. You have one here, and then one more over here. But this way, it's just super easy. My other car was not enjoyable on the top ones. So I'd like to make this one a lot more serviceable, but a lot more well sealed to the firewall. But keep chugging away. we're going to take a break and we're going to see what the truck weighs. I was able to get a set of scales from a good buddy of Mike and Aaron of mine. So we're going to get them set up, see what she weighs, and I'm even going to add in like the fuel cell. I got the radiator in yesterday. We're going to put the axles in, just probably laying on the control arms there. But just to give it some rough real world weight of what it might get close to be weighing. But excited to see. All right, well, she's a little heavier than I wanted her, even in this form. She's at 2,640 pounds. And then you can see we have about 800 pounds on the front axle, and then about roughly 475, 500 pounds on the rear. Now, she's a little bit to the driver's side because I have the aluminum kind of just sitting on the frame rail right there a little bit more because I can't center it. But, yeah. She's going to be more closer to, I think, 33,000 pounds, I think, when it's done. But it is what it is. She's locked and loaded. Time to get this cab off. Just waiting for my helpers to come. She's gonna look pretty badass when she's all finished getting towed by the truck. I'd like to give a big shout out to Dustin over at Hoist House, located in Troy, Michigan. Awesome, cool little gym for us car guys. It's a spot where you can run out a 2-post, a 4-post, or even a flat spot to work on your car. I'm definitely going back when it's time to get the cab back on the SARG, but it was just the perfect way to get the cab off safely and very easily, especially on our arms and backs. Cab's in the bed. Back home, wrap it up. All right, this is where I'm going to end this episode. We got the cab off nice and safe. Big help and thanks to my dad, my uncle, and my 2 buddies, and especially my son. We got it off nice and safe. What I'm going to do in the background from now to the next episode, I'm going to get the areas that I couldn't because the engine was in the way. I'm going to finish weld those areas and make sure everything's nice and finished. I'm going to get the cab blasted, and then we're going to resume the episode at my painter's location. And then we'll go over the paint scheme, what's going on, colors, and everything. While it's there, then what I'll do is, in the meantime, I'm going to weld all the bars up, except for the down bars. Those won't be welded in full yet. I'm going to get the frame all dialed in, pull the engine and trans, tilt the chassis on its side, and then get all the areas that I couldn't get while the truck was on the ground. But I know last episode I mentioned I had new merch, so here it is. Just going to have the traditional logo on the front, and then I'm in the garage. I just figured something fun and something cool, just short, sweet, and simple for us car guys and car girls. But I appreciate all the follow and support. Just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. See you guys on the next one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Redline. Why is Diener? Follow along for the ride. And this up. So stupid. So now is just. Drive right. Follow along for the ride. Progress. Ride. What we're going to do is we're going to start the next episode. Work. And we're going to see what she weighs. What I'm going to do is blast it. Follow along. Follow along for the ride. And then it's sent to get blasted. But talk to you guys on the next one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. See you on the soon. Yeah. Right at the end.